And we back at it, baby.
Again!
Yeah. Let's begin, shall we?
Ooh, what's happening, everybody? It's your man, Big Dog, here. Welcome to episode 180 of the Doghouse, baby. Yeah, that's right. We're at 180 episodes, a full 180. We've done a full 180, man. Oh my god. So, for tonight's episode, got a few things we gotta talk about. Before I get into that, I want to make an announcement that I am working on a new intro for all of my videos. It's going to be a standard intro for every single video. I'm going to put it before every video and before all the intros for the other videos, so you'll see it. Actually, you know what? I might also work on a new outro too for 2025. Basically, I'm going to premiere this on Christmas this year. And it's going to be my intro moving forward until I start getting better at this. But anyway, enough about that. Stay tuned for that anyway. Today's episode, well, at least the first topic, is going to be something that came all the way out of left field. Or at least that's what we're going to start with. So, we got to talk about Brittany Renner. Now, I know what you guys are thinking.
What is that? Bruh.
That's a blast from the past. Brittany Renner? It's been ages since you talked about her. Yeah, it has. And I know you guys are probably wondering, well, what the hell has she been up to? Well, apparently... I'm already laughing. Oh boy, this isn't going to be fun. Apparently she has converted to Islam. Which, okay, I guess. Let's hear what she has to say.
First of all, honey, you know what I've noticed? In any message I share, for the record, always applies to myself. Like, I'm not exempt just because I'm sharing it.
Okay.
So, I've noticed that we want to sign your sign. Mind you, we've been getting dreams, songs, angel numbers, that post that came across our feed that just so happened to apply to our situation. But we want the sign to be on the billboard in big red letters, lit up with glitter.
What the hell is even that?
Fuck it, I'm not touching that right now. Move on.
And it's almost as if we're waiting for this moment to feel ready. You're not gonna feel ready for something you've never done. That's why you have to get pushed. We're also waiting for us to trust the outside world and the people in it. But a bird doesn't trust the branch it lands on. It trusts its wings. And you should do the same.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Huh? Okay. For those of you who are wondering how I'm gonna sit here and dissect it, well,
Nope.
I don't know. I don't know if I can. Because, oh my god. I cannot comprehend what I just watched. Oh no. No. What did I just watch? Oh man, this... Oh. You know what? Forget it. I'm gonna do something that is very uncharacteristic of me. I'm gonna take an optimistic route for this, because normally I would sit here and laugh at this, because let's be realistic. She's not the only person who's quote unquote converted to Islam. We had Andrew Tate, and we had, not too long ago, we had Sneeko, who converted to Islam. Let's be real, he's not taking that shit seriously. But I don't know. I don't know if Brittany is taking this seriously. If she is, And good for her. Good for her. And if not, she can hold this L. Oh boy. Okay. Let's move on. I was not expecting that, man. I was really not. I'll a little background. I saw this while I was at work doing some stuff, and I saw this, and while I was working, and I'm like, wait a minute, what did that say? Brittany Renner's a Muslim now? Like, what the hell? Oh my god. Oh my god. Ugh. Anyway, let's move on to the next topic at hand. Logan Paul. Now, oh boy, Logan. We love Logan, don't we?
Nope.
Not really. I'm gonna be honest, I don't like the guy. I don't care for him. But whatever. It is what it is. So not too long ago, about a couple weeks ago, and I don't think I covered this, but actually we have to go way, way back. So some time ago, Logan Paul helped create this thing called CryptoZoo. And it was found out as a huge scam. CoffeeZilla came out and kind of ripped the band-aid off with that one. Or actually, that's the wrong analogy. Whatever. So, yeah. Turned out to be a scam. A lot of people lost money. A lot of people were furious, understandably. Stuff like that. And recently, Logan Paul did something extremely grimy in my opinion. He went and sued CoffeeZilla over all the videos he did calling Logan out, which, in my opinion, and you know what? We'll play this one too.
This is a sickness.
That's just grimy. I don't know, man. That's just grimy. But apparently there's been some traction with this. And we're going to watch a video by Jamari. Shout out to Jamari. To see some more.
So a couple of
There we
weeks
go.
ago, I talked about the fact that Logan Paul had officially filed a lawsuit against CoffeeZilla over his docuseries and a couple of other videos he made last year surrounding the CryptoZoo scandal.
Yep.
Specifically, he would be suing for defamation, claiming that Steven lied about him and his business ventures in order to obtain capital gain for himself, to boost his social profile, and to further push what he calls an untrue narrative that he is a dirty, rotten scam artist.
Stop the cap.
But you are a scam artist. No, it's not even that he's scammed. It's that he... What do you call it? He ended up suing CoffeeZilla. Like, this shit happened years ago.
To be clear, to win a defamation case, someone does have to prove actual malice, something public figures have found difficult to do time and time
Johnny
again.
Depp.
Keep in mind, this comes after Logan originally claimed that he would be suing CoffeeZilla.
And lastly, CoffeeZilla. I now know your motives with this. Clout and money. Good for you, but also your slimiest.
This coming from a guy that filmed in a suicide forest in Japan.
Bruh.
Just keep that in mind. This guy's sitting here. He has the nerve to call CoffeeZilla. He's essentially calling CoffeeZilla a clout chaser, which doesn't make sense.
We're gonna
But-
handle this ourselves while we continue to build CryptoZoo, and I'll see you in court.
Obviously, everyone
Oh boy.
said this made him look like an even bigger douche than before.
Yep.
And so then he would say this.
CoffeeZilla is not a criminal. I called him, I apologized. My initial response to his series was that of fire and ego. Thank you, CoffeeZilla. You have catalyzed this, and I am very grateful for your work and your investigation. And I mean that. Thank you, bro.
And then he
Bruh.
That didn't make him look any better, man.
would even say this during a tell-all filming about his life documented by a man named Graham Bessinger.
The pit of despair that I was in over Christmas time was caused by a YouTuber accusing me of scamming.
This journalist, YouTuber,
crypto uncoverer guy named CoffeeZilla, who's incredible, by the way. A very thorough, good-hearted, smart guy did a deep dive into this project that I attempted to make called Crypto Zoo.
For reference, Graham has been around for a very long
You know the funny thing is, CoffeeZilla, if you remember correctly, he also called out Boogie when he did his crypto scam. And then it turns out Boogie, that whole thing, we all know how that went.
time, and he is considered a respected independent journalist. And y'all know Logan couldn't help but beef with this guy. They did this interview after the documentary came out, and Logan claims that Graham pulled the old bait and switch on him. Basically, when he signed up to do this behind-the-scenes look into his life, Logan claims that he was under the assumption that it would be streamed to a major service like Apple TV or Amazon Prime, and in the end, the only place it went was on Graham's personal YouTube channel.
You know, he was mad about that.
You everything I have. I opened up to you. I was vulnerable. I let you into my house on Christmas because I thought the show would go to Apple, but instead you plastered it on your personal YouTube channel.
4 months ago, I told everybody where it was airing and what happened.
Oh my god, that's
Never
funny.
was there any issue communicated to us
You're
about
lying.
where it was airing.
You're lying.
Let me
Where are the receipts? Where are the receipts?
finish.
Oh, the sweet irony of Logan being upset for someone not delivering what they promised.
That's facts, bro. That is straight facts. Like, the irony of it is insane. Like, you did the same thing to your fans, and now you're complaining he's doing it to you. Make it make sense.
Honestly, if what Logan says is true, and this man duped him that much, that is hilarious.
That is
there
hilarious.
a possibility that he tried to shop this piece of content around and no one wanted it? I mean, this shit got less hits than when Adam22 gave away his wife. And
Jesus. That was insane.
during this back and forth, Graham would even expose that Logan wanted any clips discussing or about Crypto Zoo to be removed from the documentary.
The
Hang on a sec, I gotta close my door. Sorry about that.
only issue that was ever communicated was remove this crypto stuff. Remove this Crypto Zoo stuff. If Crypto Zoo is in there, CoffeeZilla's in there, I'm not going to promote it.
I love the look on his face
He's looking like this motherfucker.
whenever someone mentions this absolute failure of a project. To me, at the end of the day, Logan laid in bed with some dirty dogs, and now he wants to sweep it all under the rug and silence anyone who has something to say about it. But the only problem is that this dude now has flea bites all over him.
What responsibility
He said he's got flea bites all over him.
do you feel for what happened?
I put way too much trust in bad people to run a project
Yeah, what? Too much faith in bad people. Meanwhile, you sat here and...
that I really cared about.
And to me, anyone who tries to silence legitimate criticism through unjust copyright, or even worse, a lawsuit like this, is just a massive puss. Like, the sheer idea that this man is now trying to play the poor little victim here is ludicrous. It's like setting your own house on fire, pouring gasoline all over the flames, somehow escaping, and then starting a GoFundMe to help pay for your medical bills when you decide to jump.
Why Logan trying to do this? He might get fired from WWE. That's a great question. I don't even know if WWE actually cares. They got their own shit to deal with Vince McMahon.
Back into the burning house. Either way, CoffeeZilla has now responded
Oh, yeah,
to
his
this
YouTube career has
lawsuit
been
in his
cooked.
newest video, and things are getting spicy. And some of you may remember, per the court filing, that Logan is suing this man over tweets, YouTube titles, and thumbnails, citing Twitter and YouTube comments as proof of the damage to his reputation, which apparently
Oh, really? He pulls a million views, though. Ah, okay. Never mind.
is at the hands of CoffeeZilla.
Fair enough.
I mean, seriously, guys, using shitpost comments as proof in actual lawsuit is so 2024 that it
I need to hear that again. I need to hear that again.
post comments as lies at the hands of CoffeeZilla. I mean, seriously, guys, using shitpost comments as proof in actual lawsuit is so 2024 that it hurts my soul.
Yes, you heard
I agree. It does hurt.
me right. Logan Paul sued me after I tried to get his fans, the Crypto Zoo investors, a full refund.
Coffee then shares text messages between him and Logan, where Logan straight up acknowledges the victims that he created.
So he agrees people have been wronged by his game. You know, the thing that he said will earn you money.
It's a really fun game that makes you money.
And you guys have to remember that
Damn, that's damning.
CryptoZoo is something that Logan himself said that he would be thrilled if it turned out to be some of his fans' first step into the worlds of investment.
Right? Like, I just know that I love it.
Yeah.
My developers and my team love it. Who loves it most? The kids. I think that's the...
Nope.
To any child that's watching this stream, do yourselves a favor. If you want to learn how to invest, look into stocks. All right, Blast. Have a good night, brother. Get better. Yeah. just learn how to learn about regular stocks instead of dealing with this crypto bullshit.
The most important thing we're doing. Kids are going to care about the blockchain because of my project.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Imagine your first experience on the blockchain is with cryptos.
Stop the cap.
And by the way, dude,
I'm sorry, I can't stop doing
I
it.
don't even know if it's going to work.
Like, nah, kids, don't open that Roth IRA. Don't start putting some money into a large index fund. My
Thank you.
broken crypto game that revolves around shitty photoshopped animals is the future investment vehicle to your generation.
Dude, trust me.
Above that, it's apparent just looking at the lawsuit itself that Logan did not know enough about the intricacies of cryptocurrency, the blockchain, and NFTs to properly manage this project. That is his angle, as I understand it, is that he's now trying to paint himself as a victim of his own incompetence.
Everything you just said has an element of truth to it. Here's the problem. What you just described isn't a scam. I took on a project that I was simply incapable of handling at the time. By the time
Stop the cap.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
this comes out, it'll be done. The game's gonna be made. You're gonna have
If you knew you can handle it, you should have stopped it.
the opportunity to
You
get
should
money
have
back
given
if you
these.
want, if you don't want to play the game.
And guess what? The documentary came out and no game. I can see why he wanted all of this out of the documentary, because it makes him look like an even bigger liar who will say and do anything to try and get on the right side of the general public.
Oh
Think
man.
he'll take accountability for not launching CryptoZoo? No. This time, he blames the government. He says releasing CryptoZoo has too many regulatory hurdles. Maybe they should have thought of that before multi-millions of dollars of zoo tokens and eggs were sold.
Thank you.
Internet journalists, internet investigative reporters have way too much responsibility on their hands that is being mismanaged.
The nerve of this dude.
Has this man ever looked in the mirror once and actually thought a critical thought about himself? You know, laid in bed at night and just really taking accountability for his mistakes? I mean, at this point to me, it's like, what is real? He lies about being
Exactly.
sorry,
And I am very grateful for your work and your investigation.
and now he can't even keep his story straight when it comes to righting his wrongs.
I didn't make any f***ing money, bro. I've lost $500,000 on this.
Then why'd you do it? Why the fuck? Oh boy. Okay, enough is enough. I think you guys get the point. This guy's a fucking scumbag, and he deserves every bit of vitriol he's getting. Oh, phew. Okay. Now, we go from one quote-unquote disaster to another. And we need to talk about a bit of tech news. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We are talking about AMD. Good old AMD. Good old reliable, valuable AMD.
Bruh.
I don't know, man. Oh, God. Oh, God. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be a dick. I don't mean to be rude. I don't mean to put AMD down. They're a good company. They make some good cards. They make some good products. And plus, with the BS that Intel's going through, they're looking like a viable option for you guys. But it's not looking good for them. So, for those of you who don't know, and you probably don't, and that's okay. That's why I'm here. Excuse me. AMD recently put out their new Ryzen chips, their Ryzen 9000 series. And from what I've seen in reviews, they're pretty underwhelming. Hence my little diatribe in the beginning. Like, this poor company, man. It's almost sad in a sense. Like, they can do, like, their competitors can do so much wrong, and nobody will still buy their products. So I have a video from Graphically Challenged. Shout out to Graphically Challenged. Let's hear what he has to say about it.
I gotta say, Zen 5
What the fuck?
is easily one of the architectures of all time. Let's talk about it.
The sarcasm was not necessary. All right.
CPUs are live, and fellas, oh fellas, they're CPUs.
It's a bit of a
Damn.
flop in my opinion.
So just the other day, I made a video explaining why I would not recommend hardly any gamers at all consider Zen 5, and this was kind of predicated on the idea that potentially Zen 5 would be a decent uplift over the Zen 4 CPUs, and well, is it? No.
Damn.
No, they are not a decent upgrade over Zen 4. I would consider this to be personally one of the worst CPU generations in terms of performance. There are some good things about it, but in terms of performance, one of the worst in a very long time, potentially since the 11th gen from Intel, and that
Yeesh.
was awful. Now, these CPUs are not that bad because they have some stuff going for them, but in terms of performance, wow. I mean, whether you want to argue over it being 2% faster or 5% faster or maybe even 6% faster or potentially higher, oh my god.
Just think about that. 5% better? 5% better. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god, who the hell cares?
You gotta be kidding me.
In terms of gaming performance, if it's less than 10%, that is garbage. That is awful. I'm not even going to argue over the minuscule percentages. This is not good. Now, in terms of multi-core performance, if you unlock these CPUs with PBO, it does look to be a substantial upgrade. Hence why I believe that these are definitely better than 11th gen. Still not good, but not that bad, and they do also have an enormous improvement when it comes to the power. So bringing back overclocking and getting the power down, definitely very, very good stuff, but let's go over the full good and the bad for Zen 5 and why I believe now more than ever, I really think that hardly anybody should be considering regular Ryzen 9000 series CPUs, and you should be considering some other CPUs that will be launching hopefully fairly soon. Instead, it's not going to be much of a wait, and you're going to get probably a far better experience. Now, I don't recommend 13th or 14th gen either, because those have their own issues.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yep.
Unfortunately. And this is coming from a guy who has one of those chips in his computer right now. If you can avoid it, avoid it. If you have no choice, then you have no choice. There's nothing I can tell you. But if you can avoid it, avoid Intel right now.
But enough, let's get into the good of the bad. So let's start off with the good. Like I mentioned, you're getting a major power reduction. You also do get AVX 512, and there is overclocking headroom. I think I saw in a Derbauer video over 20% higher performance with PBO enabled, and he could even overclock on top of that. So there's a lot of headroom left there. However, that doesn't mean it's going to make it good for gaming, and that's all that I have for the good. Let's get straight into the bad.
Oh boy.
First, starting off with the gaming performance. As I mentioned, it ain't good. I don't think you could even notice the improvement from the 7000 to 9000 series based on the 9600X and 9700X reviews that I've seen, including Hardware Unboxed, Steve over from Gamers Nexus, as well as Jay's 2 cents. All of them seemed very, very underwhelming in terms of the performance. We're talking single digit is what I was seeing. That is quite bad considering that these things were hyped like crazy. This is just an
This is why you don't hype up products.
awful performance increase. And to make it worse, the overclocking in PBO, apparently, according to Derbauer's video, doesn't really seem to improve the gaming performance too much, likely because the power limits aren't really going to be holding these chips back when it comes to gaming. If you want to buy these for gaming, I would say just don't. Like, in terms of what they're coming in at on the price.
I said, just don't.
Versus just picking up a 7800 X3D. Just buy a 7800 X3D. It's gonna be faster. It's gonna be potentially cheaper as well, depending on what SKU you're buying. And it's just gonna be a far better option on a platform that we now know is stable. We know that Zen 4 X3D is stable on current BIOSes. Why risk these brand new processors that are not going to be as good? It doesn't make sense. Anyway, other things that are problems, stability issues. And let me just run some of the things that people have been saying in their reviews.
Our 9000 series CPUs, both of them, the 9600X and 9700X, both experienced random either blue screens or full system
Oh no! Brand new CPUs, bricking machines. That's bad. That is really bad.
starts when initializing
Oh
these tests.
no!
Anyway, we actually had some memory challenges with the 9700X as well, but we were able to work around them. Considering that AMD recalled these CPUs prior to even launching them, it's not a surprise that this launch has been a complete mess in some ways. AMD definitely had some problems with hitting the clocks on at least the 16-core parts, if
That hair is crazy, man.
not some of the other ones. So we know that that was a problem.
Yeah, that's bad. I was actually mentioning potentially staying away from Zen 5 in my last video because I was warning of, hey, every single new generation.
Okay, I think you guys get the point now. You get the point. So, yes, this. Oh man, it's so sad, bro. It's really sad. But what can you do? What can you do? Anyway, that's it. That's gonna be it for today's episode. If you're on Twitch, stay tuned. We're gonna go into the after show. If you're on YouTube, thanks for watching and stay tuned for the meme of the day.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Hey there. Seems like you made it to the end of the video. Congratulations. Since you're here, why don't you do me a solid and click that subscribe button. Also, hit the like button, the bell for notifications. Follow me on Twitch, Twitter, join the Discord server, and all that good stuff. Hell, even click my affiliate links if you're feeling up to it. I'd greatly appreciate it. Anyway, guys, this has been another episode of The Doghouse. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.